So I had somebody ask me about riding in the cold and what I wear in the cold weather that might change in relation to riding in the rain. And I'm going to say not much. So I recently did a video about riding in the rain and what I wear, and I'll put that link in the description below if you're interested and you haven't seen it. But what do I have? So I've just got my helmet on. I do not have a balaclava. I've never had an issue with my head getting cold inside my helmet. I do have a neck gaiter on just to keep the wind from going up into my helmet, and it keeps my neck warm, and I'm totally comfortable there. My jacket is a Climb Badland Pro Gore-Tex jacket. Today, underneath this jacket, I just have a t-shirt and a thin sweater. That's all I find I need today. It's really not that cold. Most of the time, what I'll actually wear instead of a sweater is a down jacket. I really like wearing the thin down jacket underneath. My gloves are 5WFX2. They're a waterproof winter glove. And I really enjoy these gloves. Although, on their own, they're not the greatest. They don't keep your hands that warm. I have Storm Bark Buster guards, and even with those protecting my hands from the wind, I need heated grips. The first time I wore these gloves in the winter, I did not have heated grips, and I really froze. My fingers it was terrible. But a lot of that was on the highway. So heated grips for me is a must. I probably will not have a motorcycle without heated grips anymore. And then moving down to my pants. So I'm wearing just a pair of dual sport Climb pants that are somewhat water resistant and windproof. And they were my all year pants. And under that, I just have a pair of running, they're not even running tights. They're kind of like a baggy running pant. But they're a little bit thicker than, thicker than long underwear. If I was to get on the highway or ride here and it was any colder than 4 degrees, I would probably wear long underwear under those as well. But there's no need for that. And then I've got my boots, which are just CD Adventure 2 boots. They're nice tall boots to keep my legs warm up to my shin. And I just wear some warm socks underneath, which is really nice. Another thing I've done is I've removed a mesh seat cover I had on my seat. Actually, I shouldn't even say I removed it. I changed the seat. But having said that, that mesh seat cover was super comfortable, and I had been riding with it up until a couple of weeks ago, but I found it was just, I was feeling too cold on the backside with that seat, with that air coming in, because it's really more of a summer seat to keep your butt cool. And unfortunately, even now it's showing 5 degrees. It's just too cold to have. Now I changed my seat, so I haven't put the mesh cover on this seat yet, and I don't even know if it'll fit. But I'm going to try that for spring because right now it's just too cold for that. I know there are lots of you that might ride in the cold, and maybe this will have given you an idea of something that maybe you might change, or maybe you don't need to change. But if you ride in the wintertime, you ride all year long, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you do, whether it's heated gloves, heated vests, heated grips, whatever you do to stay warm and enjoying your ride on the motorcycle. Especially if you're a commuter and you ride motorcycle all year long, and it's you live maybe in the northern hemisphere this time of year, like me. I'm really curious to know. Thanks for watching. Take care and ride safe.